What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video, and I've got a screenshot here from d2gunsmith.com. This is the roll that I got on a time on Spire yesterday. You can see we have Iron Reach, Ricochet Rounds, Subsistence, and Red Dot 2 MOA. The crucial thing I want you to focus on is in that bottom left corner of the screen. You can see the max range for this weapon when you ADS. It is 38 meters with an Iron Reach roll plus Ricochet Rounds. If we got a range master work, it would have been going all the way up to 39 meters. Now, yes, we lose stability, but the weapon has perfect recoil at 75 recoil direction thanks to a counterbalance stock mod. Now, guys, this gun is 110% about to be so meta once this range nerf and damage nerf to the 120 RPM hand cannon arrives. It's going to be incredible. So guys, a reminder to subscribe. We're asking for 1500 likes on this video. Guys, hitting like on this video will help the algorithm and it will really help me out, so please consider hitting like. So guys, this is the weapon in action. Now, you saw it doesn't have a lot of stability. Now I want you guys to tell me, does that look like a gun that doesn't have a lot of stability? Yes, I am controlling the recoil, of course, but I'm telling you, I was expecting this thing to kick all over the place with, Iron Reach obviously giving you a big minus to your stability. But as you can see, it doesn't really kick that much, and when it does kick, it's straight up in a vertical line, making it incredibly easy to control. All you have to do is aim at their chest, and basically the recoil direction will kick up to their head, and you will absolutely shred people. Guys, I have max stability rolls on this weapon, and this feels so much better. Now, of course, one thing to remember, I'm playing on a controller, but I feel like this applies to M&K as well. The more range a weapon has, the more aim assist it has at range. Aim assist cones, all that stuff. You need to go and ask Drewski about that, because I ain't a cone guy. But all I know is that when I use this gun with like 30 stability but 60 range, it feels way better than my Ricochet Round stability masterwork, iron grip rolls that I've had on the time on Spire. This just feels 110% better. You can see the ranges in which I'm using the gun. It's not even like I'm taking advantage of this perk and I'm lasering people at 40 meters. It's just the general feel of the gun feels so good. But the fact that you can compete with this gun at close to 40 meters is absolutely huge. The TTK on this weapon is very competitive when you hit your crits, and you can gun down basically anything. Obviously, it's a pulse rifle, not a hand cannon. That means you're not going to be doing massive burst damage in one big chunky bullet. Obviously, you need to catch someone out in the open a little bit. If someone's close to cover, they'll be able to disengage and survive, but that's all about picking your engagements. Side note, in this gameplay, just to switch it up a little bit, we have a trinary system as our special weapon in this game. It's not really going to be a focus of the video, but I know you guys are going to be wondering about it. If you're interested, I did do a video on this roll a couple of months back, so if you just literally type in YouTube DFP trinary system, you'll be able to see the video. We have a firmly planted high impact reserve roll on the weapon. But again, the focus here today is the time on Spire. Also, side note, some of you guys will have seen that Darkest Before video I did yesterday, which is also a 540 pulse, but I had to take that video down due to some algorithm reasons. The video did really poorly, and if I left it up, it could have negatively impacted me in the algorithm. Speaking of the algorithm, guys, if you haven't hit a like on the video, do so. If you like my content and you want to support me, literally leaving a thumbs up goes a long way. I know I've already asked, but I'm just reminding you guys. So yeah, going back to the time on Spire, it's just absolute filth. This roll is mind-blowing to me. Now, Subsistence as well is kind of underrated. This weapon is a 540 RPM pulse rifle. It's a bit of a bullet hose. It eats through ammo. And Subsistence just gives you a little bit of ammo, every time you get a kill. And say there are two people there, you'll be able to shred them down. And it's just, wow, this gun is incredible, my friends. It really is a top tier pick. And with that hand cannon nerf coming, they're not going to be they're still going to be very, very good weapons, but they're not going to be the be all and end all that they currently are. And in that case, if you want to try something different, the 540 pulses are really the weapon for you. They promote an aggressive playstyle, but they are also very decent at range. Especially with a roll like this, you're going to be able to challenge people at very, very far distances, applying a lot of flinch to them, with this weapon being very fast firing and a 3-burst weapon being a pulse rifle. And also in close range, I mean, you saw that like I had a last word and I just beamed his face off. And again, yes, the stability is poor, but the recoil direction is 75 when you add a counterbalance stock. A counterbalance stock is an absolute must on this weapon. The recoil direction at base is 60. That means it tends to the right. You really don't want that. You want to put a counterbalance mod on and boom, 75 recoil direction. And for me, that seems to alleviate any issues with the stability. I am playing on a controller as well, so this isn't mouse and keyboard. you know, no recoil. Obviously there is recoil on this weapon, but it's very easy to control in my opinion. Very, very easy to control. Very, very stable. Does a ton of flinch and has so much magnetism thanks to Iron Reach. Iron Reach for me is an S tier roll on this weapon, and the ironic thing is I've been searching for a roll for a long time that I haven't been able to get, and I still haven't got that roll that I wanted. But I ended up with this, and I just saw Subsistence Iron Reach. I'm like, you know what, this is not bad, you know, this is not bad. Let me give it a try, and I've given it a try, and this is for sure my best Time War Spire roll that I now have. I have a couple of really solid ones with, you know, Rampage and Quick Draw and all of that, but I don't think Rampage is necessarily needed on a 540 Pulse. The Pulse is such a good TTK, really good body shot damage, everything about this weapon. In fact, if I'm correct, I believe the damage values for the 540 Pulses in D2 are pretty much on par with the damage values of a 540 Pulse in Destiny 1, which is a rarity. Most weapon archetypes in the game do less damage in this game compared to D1, but this is one of the rare exceptions. And for that reason, it feels very, very reliable and powerful and just all around really solid. And it's definitely worth farming for. Iron Banner is up right now. Obviously, I know Iron Banner can be tough, man, when it comes to farming weapons. I've had a lot of trouble myself trying to get good rolls on this gun, and I stumbled across this one. But, you know, it's just worth getting in there, I think. And, you know, just seeing what you can get, what rolls are available. It's just a special weapon. Obviously, it's the only kinetic 540 Pulse in the game right now that hasn't been sunset. You know, it's a rare gun in terms of its archetype. And it's just a rare gun to be killed by, I find. I know everybody loves their meta weapon picks, but I do firmly believe this is going to be a meta weapon. And I'm glad, because I think 540 Pulses are, for me, the most interesting Pulse archetype. You know, most Pulse rifles kind of promote a slow play style, sitting in the back, not really moving. But this archetype definitely doesn't promote that. Yes, it can do that, and it's very able at range, but the weapon truly shines when you are up close and personal in mid-range and you are just shredding people. And it doesn't matter what weapon type I come across, I just find myself feeling very, very well matched up against them using a 540. And the Time Worn is no exception, obviously with it being a kinetic weapon as well. That opens up a pairing with the duality, which I'm a huge fan of. Obviously there are some pretty good shotties in that slot. If you're a fusion rifle guy, 100% you should definitely be looking at this gun as an option for you. Because, you know, it's just one of the stronger primary archetypes in the game that is not a hand cannon. And listen, man, I love hand cannons, okay? If you look on my kill count, apart from shotties, hand cannon will be my next most used weapon. Probably like 60k, you know, 60,000 kills I've racked up with a hand cannon. I think I'm kind of just bored of them at this point. I don't know, I love hand cannons, but when you use them as much as I have, I don't know, it kind of starts to lose that novelty, you know? And for that reason, I've really been branching out, using SMGs, auto rifles and pulse rifles, throwing in some scout rifles here and there. But my favorite out of all weapon types would definitely be the 540 Pulse. I am just a big fan. I think they are just the most exciting pulse rifle archetype in the game, and they're just very rewarding when you hit your crits and when you're playing aggressive and you're on point and you know your positioning's good and your timing's, you know, on point, everything's on point. Then you've just got a buttery smooth combo with this weapon type. And I would definitely recommend getting into the Iron Banana. I would also recommend hitting like and subscribing on this video if you haven't already. And also drop me a follow on my Twitch channel, guys. I'm going to be live right now on Twitch at twitch.tv/shake. If you want to come see me stream live, head over there. I will be live as we speak. Guys, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, I will see you guys in the next video and there'll be more epic content for you. Peace.